I'm not going to tolerate any form of shading. If you shade anybody on this platform right about now, personally, I will block you. Thank you so much. Let's go ahead. Mr. Muyiwa, over to you, sir. Good evening, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you so much, Mr. Ish. And then let me use this opportunity to thank everyone. I'm going to be missing I will be speaking in Yoruba. I will also be speaking in English so that people, because our audience is not only Yoruba. First and foremost, let me use this opportunity to thank every one of us. Let me just say us. That is seeking justice for Ìlérí Olúwa. Ní gbogbo àgbáyé, mo fi àsìkò yìí, mo fi kí yín, ẹ̀yin bàbá mi lóbìnrin, ẹ̀yin bàbá mi lọ́kùnrin, ẹ̀yin ẹ̀gbọ́n mi àti ẹ̀yin àbúrò. We thank you so much for what you've been doing for the past 1 year for the Aloba family. We thank you so much for what you've been doing for yourself, for Nigeria, for the whole world. Because I believe that whatever we do today, people will talk about it tomorrow. Ẹ̀yin bàbá mi, ẹ̀yin ìyá mi, ẹ ṣé tí ẹ dúró ti bàbá Mohbad, ẹ dúró ti Aloba family. Mo tún fi àsìkò yìí dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ àwọn tó jẹ́ pé a ti jọjọ wà pọ̀ rí nígbà tí ò sí kankan, bóyá maybe one way or the other. Ìtàn ní ìjà ló dé lórí dòwe. People have been clamoring for accountability. Gbogbo àgbáyé àwọn ni wọ́n dáwó. So ó dẹ̀ ní ẹ̀tọ́ pé kí wọ́n mọ bí wọ́n ṣe ná owó yẹn. Lọ́tún, lósì, níwájú, lẹ́yìn, a rí gbogbo oríṣiríṣi nǹkan tó ń lọ lórí afẹ́fẹ́ nípa bí àwọn èèyàn ṣe ń dragi ara wọn. Ṣùgbọ́n kó ba lè dá náà ni. Èmi fẹ́ fi dá gbogbo àgbáyé ní ojú pé gbogbo bí owó bọ́ ṣe náwó, wọ́n máa mọ̀ lé ni. Mo tún fẹ́ fi àsìkò yìí rọ̀ wá pé orí ò kì í mì, èèyàn kì í rìn kórí má mì. A lè sọ àwọn kankan pé maybe the way we spend money, it might not be hugger well with some people, but we have to state it the way it is. Ẹ jẹ́ kí n tún fi àsìkò yìí kí n fi dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ àwọn tó jẹ́ pé ìgbà tá a bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ṣe GoFundMe, wọ́n dìde, because when we started the GoFundMe was not moving in the right directions. Some people stood up. A lot of people stood up. I won't mention names, but everybody who came up one way or the other, all the hosts, most people, they are not hosts, they don't have platform, but they started moving from one platform to the other, and then we started seeing the dividends of their actions. I use this opportunity to thank you so much that nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀ sí ẹbí Aloba, gbòógbò ìdílé yín gbòógì ìdílé yín ọlọ́run ní mú lọ o. A dẹ̀ ní fi irú eléyìí a ní fi sọ fúnra wa. For those of us who started the journey like that and then maybe we parted away, I don't have any grudges with you. Everybody see things in different way. Irrespective of whatever you might have done, irrespective of any actions you might have done, I still honor everyone, every individual, irrespective where you are today. Either you are with us or you are not with us, your view is so important. At one point or the other, you've contributed positively towards getting us justice for Ilerioluwa. And then I want to assure every one of us that at the end of the day, we are going to get that justice. The journey might be lengthy, but at the end of the day, we are going to get there. So let me start by congratulating us that we are getting there. We are getting there. We are going to get justice, either they like it or not. One thing that keeps me going is that for the past 1 year, the story is just as if the whole thing just started today. That keeps me motivated that, okay, we are going to get justice. Let's start from the GoFundMe. After reading how we spend money, then I'm going to be giving out some data to the hosts so that probably maybe they might be, if they need to ask 1 or 2 questions later, they will have access to what I'm reading, so that at least they will know what how money was spent. A total of sorry, I'm coming. Okay, a total of $26,288 was donated. A total of $26,288 was donated. So GoFundMe removed their charges. The charges GoFundMe removed amount to $869,869.69. So GoFundMe removed $869.69. So what we are left with is $25,000 $418.31. $25,418.31. That is what we are left with. So 25,418 and then 31 cents. That is what we are left with. So that is the total money accrued to the GoFundMe. And then how did we spend the GoFundMe? We should bear in mind that the reason why the GoFundMe was created is 1, to pay the legal fee of pt2, to pay for autopsy and toxicology, to pay for DNA, to pay for forensic, to pay for private investigators, and then if you have some leftover, that will be towards anything that is available at that material times. So that is why I will always giving kudos to those who stood up in seeing that we were able to get to this amount. The first thing we did immediately after we engage after we got the judgment from the court was for us to be looking for pathologists. Now, how did we arrive at pathologists? A lot of people were consulted, both in Nigeria and then people, they will come up, that is pathology, they will come up and said they are going to do the job, only for them to go back and said they will not do it again. Then when we ask them what is the reason, they will just give us one excuse or the other, until we finally settle for the one that carried out the job. And then when we finally settle for him, he gave us some conditions that for this to be successful, we need to be discreet, we need to be secretive about everything that happened. And then that is one of the reasons why in the course of this, doing this autopsy and toxicology, when people ask one question or the other, I will tell them that okay, they should wait until the result is available. Reason being that the pathology that we engage know and then see reason that maybe there might be a lot of interest in what we are trying to do for our safety, for the safety of the pathology too. And then for us to get to the promised land, we need to be discreet about what the encounter we eventually went for. So at the end of the day, the whole thing, they did the whole thing, and then the autopsy and toxicology is divided into two phases. The first phase was autopsy itself. The second phase is the toxicology. The first phase was done in Nigeria. The second phase was done outside Nigeria. And then, thanks to the whole world, thanks to the soldier, thanks to everybody that see that money was made available at that material times. If not, where we are today, probably we might not have been there. Though at that point in time, some people promised that they are going to help out, especially our activists in Abuja. But by the time we started, I think the whole world will know that there was a point in time that he himself was not available in the studio. He was a bit down. So somebody that was down, we the family feel that it is not good for us to be knocking on his door to say, oh, you promised the whole world that you are going to help us in doing this autopsy and toxicology. Since there is an available money, we think we should go ahead and use that money for that. And then after, we can approach him and say, okay, this is where we are. So whatever contribution you will contribute, we will gladly welcome it. Since the public has already done it, so that is why we went to that route. Because I've seen people saying, oh, Berekete has said, oh, he's going to do this, he's going to do that. Fine, yes, he promised. But the point is that at that point in time, he wasn't available. He was sick. So, and then we feel that there's no need in going there. So that is why. So we are still going to pursue that to see his own contribution towards that, and then which means it's still going to be a plus to justice for Mohbad movement. So the pathology we seek for, it's not only pathology, it's also a forensic pathology. So he gave us a cost for the autopsy, he gave us 20 million. 20 million. 20 million was the cost that is professional fee. So, and then at the end of the day, I negotiated to 16 million, which after back and forth, he agreed that okay, he's going to collect 16 million. At that point in time, we were asked to pay that 16 million on time. But that time, a lot of people were against the GoFundMe. They were busy attacking the GoFundMe here and there. Some people wrote a letter so that we will not be able to have any access to the GoFundMe. But as God liveth, the more they write, the more we also wrote to the body, the GoFundMe. We tell them the reason why that GoFundMe was set up. At the end of the day, at one point in time, the money was freeze. They freeze the money. So when they freeze that money, we don't have access to the money. So we have to go and borrow money. So somebody actually borrowed us that 16 million at that time. So that was how we pay that 16 million at that point in time. So I want us to use, it is one of us too. I'm just praying that I'm using this opportunity to pray for that person, that the day that person need help, God in infinity mercy will show up for him and her in Jesus' name. Because if not because of that, we will not be where we are today. So they borrowed that 16 million, and then that was how we pay for the autopsy fee. So if you hear it from anywhere that somebody paid, that it may be somebody borrow us money, this and that, That is what happened. So by the time we have access to the GoFundMe, we approach the person that fine, you now have access to the GoFundMe. Can we refund your money? So the person asks us to refund 10 million for now. He now said the 6 million that we should still hold it, since we still have things to do. We should still hold that 6 million with us, that we still have a long way to go. So as at this moment, we are still owing that person 6 million. So that is in that regard, in the case of autopsy. After performing that autopsy, the next thing was toxicology. So it is how to carry out the toxicology, and the toxicology was not done in Nigeria. They have to ship the shipment of the specimen to abroad, and that shipment cost us 2,270,000. 2,270,000. That was what the shipment cost us. Shipments, and then shipment material including special refrigerating mechanism to maintain cold chain, local before international departure, local logistics for multiple interstate sourcing and pre-shipping planning, forecast for DHL, arrange special third-party carrier for special international shipments. Toxicology costs at the destination laboratory, sundry expenditure and contingency. Everything amount to 2,270,000. So in total, the money spent on autopsy and toxicology is amount to 18,270,000 naira. Because if you add 16 million plus 2 million, that is 18,270,000 naira. All the books is going to be forwarded to all the hosts, so that you see things yourself, so that you can be able to analyze it. So that is on the issue of autopsy and toxicology. That money is being taken away from the GoFundMe. So let's go to the legal aspect, because legal aspect is a part of what we said we should use the GoFundMe to do. Initially, when we engage the lawyer, somebody has to borrow us 5 million. At least we source money from somewhere, so which we used to pay for the initial amounts. So somebody borrow us 2 million, and that person gave us $200, and that person gave us 1 million. So at the end of the day, we were able to pay the lawyer 5 million for the initial payment. So by the time we started seeing money in the GoFundMe, we refund those money back to them, and then at a cost of what everybody is going to be seeing in the data that I'm going to be giving to the host. So they will be will be analyzing it. So as of today, out of the 10 million that the lawyer asked for, 9 million has been paid. So we are left with a balance of 1 million to be paid for the lawyer. So yes, okay. We were also able to pay for phone forensic. So we did a phone forensic on Mohband phone, but unfortunately, we were unable to get the kind of results that suit us, because at the end of the day, we discovered that at every point in time, the people that hold the phone, that hold the iCloud, I don't know how they got to know. Maybe we are trying to get something from the phone, this and that. They keep on changing both the password and then the email that is attached to the phone. So we were unable to get we were unable to get something tangible from that exercise. But money spent can never be recollected from the company that we gave the money to. So another money we also spend is on private investigators, which led us to what the results we are seeing in the NMS, and then we also did some private investigator in Nigeria. So on the private, on the PI, they are still working, and then which 90. I wouldn't want to give further direction in that regard, but because we are giving analysis on how we spend money, that was why I made mention of the PI. So on GoFundMe, as at now, all the money that we have spent amount to 17,000. That's $17,000 91 cents. $17,091.25. $17,091.25. After paying the legal fee, after paying for the autopsy and toxicology, bear in mind we still have a balance of 6 million to be refunded. So, and then at this point, we've not done the DNA. So that is the reason why the person that borrowed us that money said we should wait. He doesn't want to collect that money because he believes that if he still need that money to do the DNA, there's no point in rushing anywhere. Because if you look at it initially, our budget for that GoFundMe was 50,000, but we were able to raise 26,000, which GoFundMe took away some money, and then we have 25,400 about left. So at the moment, the balance that is left in GoFundMe is $8,327.06. $8,327.06. $8,327.06. That is what we have. So peradventures, if today we decided to do the DNA, we still have something to fall back on. And then we should also bear in mind that we still have a balance of 1 million to be paid to the lawyer. This is the account of GoFundMe. Somebody might ask, what happened? Why have we not done the DNA? That's the right question, isn't it? So one of the reasons why we have not done the DNA is this: the applications that our lawyer prepared in court, we later realize that application we need to redo the application again, because as of today, there's nowhere they are going to do DNA on Mohbad if not abroad. They can't do it in Nigeria. The DNA we did for Baba and Mohbad was not done in Nigeria. We started it in Nigeria, but we did not get what we want because Mohbad body does not have any fluid again. You need fluid to do both parties DNA. So we have to base what we did on tissue. We have to take some parts. So what we did on Baba is what we are going to do on Liam. So the court order that the judge they gave to us is not tenable. So there's no way we are going to do that DNA in Nigeria, because as a matter of fact, there's nowhere in Nigeria that you do such DNA. It has to be in abroad. So we are going back to that court to tell the judge that the kind of DNA we want is a tissue base, not just ordinary DNA, not a swap DNA, because you can't take any swap from Mohbad body. We can only take tissue, the body, and merge it with saliva of Liam, and then it's not being done in Nigeria. So we are going back to court. Another application is going back to the court to tell the court that okay, the judgment they gave was that they should do that DNA in 2 places in Nigeria, which is not going to be possible because there's nowhere in Nigeria they do such a thing. So that is what is delaying the DNA. So by the time the legal issue is sorted out, then Shitu, we have to approach the court to let them know that the DNA is going to be done in abroad, not in Nigeria. And then there's nowhere in Nigeria they are doing tissue-based DNA. That is what is delaying the DNA. So that settled the issue of DNA. Let me go back to Access Bank and Wema accounts. So a total of in Access Bank, a total of 18,094,000 was realized to access. 18,994,000 18,094,880 kobo was realized to access.
Mr. Muiwa, sir. Sorry, sir.
Yeah.
Sorry to interject. Please
Yeah.
go on with Access Bank, sir. Go on with Access Bank. For now, sir. Go on with Access Bank for now, sir. Thank you so much.
Okay, I should go on with Access Bank.
Just Access Bank for now, sir. Thank you so much, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So on Access, so we're able to do a lot of things. That is where we did the application for court proceeding, TTC for corona, TTC for DNA, and then CTC for toxicology. So we did proceeding. We collect CTC for the corona. We collect CTC for DNA. We collect CTC for toxicology. So all this money amount to 500,000. All this money amount to 500,000. The second thing we did on the Access is the payment to the lawyer for the DNA, filing fee, incidental expenses, professional fee, professional fee. So the lawyer gave us 5 million bill. Then we should pay 5 million. But we negotiated for 2.8 million. We negotiated for 2.8 million. 2.8 million was paid, and then they started their work. After paying 2.8 million, they came up with we have to be paying for appearance fee. Bear in mind that when we engaged the lawyer, what he told us was that, okay, he will be coming to the inquest, and then we should give him a logistic fee of 150,000, which we agree. And then he also promised that he has a good shaper in Nigeria with his partner. That is what they use, his partner. So he never told us that, okay, his partner is his son or his daughter or whatever. So he just say with his partner. And then if there's a need for him to come to Nigeria, he will come, because I specifically asked him that the number he's using to engage us that day happened to be a UK number. And then he said he has a chamber in Nigeria, his partner is there, and at the same time, if there's a need for him to come to Nigeria, he will come. So after we pay for the DNA payment, so they came out that, okay, we have to be paying appearance fee. At this point in time, Baba said no. Why will he be paying appearance fee? Because Baba thought that, okay, since we have paid 2.8 million for the DNA, there's no need for us to be paying appearance fee. But the lawyer said, well, that is the practice, we have to pay. I call Baba, say, Baba, we've already paid 2.8 million, and then it will be difficult for us to get this money back, because they will tell us that they've started working and then they can't refund it. You've agreed to be paying 150,000 for whenever they go for corona. If you let them know is that okay, you do have 150 to be giving them. Instead of 150, tell them you are going to be giving them 100,000 anytime they appear in corona on DNA matter, which they graciously agree. So that was how we started paying 100,000 for any time they appear in family court for DNA. So another money we pay for is application for calling additional witnesses. So we tag that to be 200,000. So we also spent money on African TV. There was a time that Mr. Larry was trying to, I think, he and Baba, they have history together, and then he was told not to do anything with Mohbad, and then we felt that since agreed that okay, you should do away with anything called Mohbad, so we approached the lawyer. So the lawyer said he's going to collect 3.5 million to stop Mr. Larry, African TV. At the end of the day, we agree on 1.3. That's 1.3 million. So 1.3 million was paid, and then they also came up with appearance fee. I think they went to that court maybe like 3 to 4 times, but in my record shows that Baba only paid twice. I think they went 3 times or 4 times, but Baba paid twice. So Baba did not pay maybe the last one they went or whatever. So that's 1.3 million was expended on African TV legal tussle. So I have here appearance fee for corona 150 per sitting, appearance fees for DNA 100 per sitting, African TV appearance 100,000 per sitting. So all the sitting that we pay for the appearance, so that amount to 1.3 million. So another thing we spend money on was because the pathology, they said the legal fee is quite different from accommodation, because when they came to Lagos to come and perform the autopsy, we gave them accommodations, gave them feeding, we gave them transportations. So hotel was arranged for them, transportation was arranged for them, feeding was arranged for them, and then the legal team, the lawyer that was also handling that case, we also gave them money. So all the money, accommodation, transportation, feeding, and then the lawyer collect 200 anyway, so amount to 400 and 450. So that's the first time when they did autopsy. And then when they perform by the day they are going to ship the body to abroad, we also accommodate them too. We pay the same amount of money, accommodations, and then transport, feeding, and then we also pay the lawyer too, the same amount of money. To IG, that's Inspector General of Police in Abuja, concerning that we want the case to be, we want another set of people to take up the case. So a day shell was given at the cost of 40,000. The application for autopsy and toxicology, the second application, the lawyer gave us 4.5 million as a bill. We negotiated for 2 million. So out of the 2 million, we pay 1.7, but the rest we did not pay. The reason why we did not pay is that by the time the second lawyer, San, came on board, the lawyer that wrote the application for second autopsy did not go to defend the case in court, because Sanshitu was during his cross-examination, during the time he was telling the judge that, okay, application has been brought into your notice, and then Baba has the right to do the autopsy and toxicology. Since the one the government did happened to be inconclusive, so why don't you give him the chance to do what he's asking for? Because the truth about it is that he wasn't asking the government to pay. He said he wanted to do autopsy, so that was how they graciously accept. And then let us also bear in mind that at that point in time, we did a protest in UK. So the people in UK did a protest courtesy of Lagata was doing the one in UK, and then Momilaiton, and then at that point in time, Kibosman, and then a lot of us there, Mommy, One with God, all of us we are in NMS too. So that actually motivates the whole thing, and then they granted all the chance for the family to do the autopsy and toxicology. So that money is also there. We also wrote a petition against Wumi. So, but at the end of the day, the police in Nigeria, they did what they did. So a petition was written, and then because of petition and immobilizations, so that's 350. And then another petition was also written against Kolibaje and Mamacita mobilizations. So that the two of them, that is, I think police scored to that. So when they asked us to go and bring evidence, we were gathering the evidence, but at the end of the day, maybe one of the team of the police has let them know that, okay, the petition has been written against them. So they came out, and then they say, okay, it's not Baba they were referring to, this and that. So all the evidence we need, they brought it down from their pages, this and that. But money has been spent in that regard, so there's no way we can return that money. So another thing we also spend money on is when Arifa was being harassed by people. So we also extend Oliver. We also extend hand of fellowship. He paid the sum of 700. as a support for him. And then later, when he was released, Baba we also support him financially with also a sum of 200,000, so which make it 900,000. And then at that point in time too, Mr. West too, they were after him. So his legal this thing was also thick. They will not, the police will not be just be picking them up, and then they will just be locking them up. So that class action was at the cost of 2.5 million, and then Baba ticket to Berekete, back and forth, Baba and the person that is staying with him. So go and come. The ticket is for my record, is 1,030,000 this is. So for the number of time they went through and fro, that's this thing. The remaining money, Baba uses to do foundation in where they bury Mohbad. So at later, so some people used to go to that place to go and remove to go and remove some sand in that place. So we decided that okay, fence, we should fence the whole place. So Baba bought 9 inches block. He bought 2,500 block at the rate of one block is 700 naira at that point in time. So a block of 2,500 at the rate of 700 is amount to 1,750,000. At that point in time, Baba bought 50 bag of cement. So that is 13,000. So that one is 500 naira. And then 2 load of 20 tons of sharp sand. So at rate of 320, and then labor 380. When they were doing this thing, our money came, and then they paid them 500. So in all that one amount to 3,450,000. Somebody after finish the fence, somebody who happened to sympathetic with Baba and the cause donate a gate. He single-handedly donate a gate. He did a gate, and then he wrote a mobilization on it, and then he paid for the gate. How they rent the gate, he paid for it, and then that was how that place was secured. So another thing we spend money on is adverts and placements. You will see that most of the things we used to do, we used to put them on the newspaper. So those things are not free. When you see things in newspaper, so we pay for it. Maybe if you see Baba, okay, went to media houses, this and that, those are also things that okay, we spend money on. So and then there was a time we call people, we call like 7 people. So we did a page on advert in newspaper. So those are still part of the this thing. So advert placement to record witness in newspaper, and then the media tour that Baba used to go. So all that amount to 2,350,000. 2,350,000. So another one is illegal representation for Damola and mobilization. Recently, this issue of Damola on these things. So when we discovered that okay, Damola is in possession of some issues, so we approached the legal team that okay, we want them to take up the case. So for mobilizations on that case, they are still on the case. So 900 was paid in that regard. So, and then later we realized that the class action we did, the 20 people we did, the 20 hosts that we did class action on for, we later realized that there are some people that they are not part of their name was not part of those 20 people. So, and then at that point in time, there was a guy who claimed to be fighting for justice for Mohbad. He was harassing some people, and then I think his name is Pierce or something like that. He was harassing some people in Nigeria, so we have to also come to their aid. So to do a second class actions, and then at the cost of 500. So in total, all what I have here amount to 22,620,000 naira. So somebody will ask that I said access. So access is 18, and then why do we have 22 million? So that means we have excess of almost 4,600,000 and this thing. So I mentioned Wema Bank and Access. So the access, the what we have in Wema was what triggered to the remaining 4.6 was what triggered to access to Wema. So, and then we also have some miscellaneous that is under. Those are the things we did that we can't be telling the people, like Baba DNA, like Baba is going to police stations, like Baba they gave some people some money in the police station for them to be able to have their way. Baba is going, they have to fuel their car. That's come under miscellaneous. So let me rest my case for that. If there's anything.
Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Muwa, for that elaborate accountability explanation that you have given concerning the GoFund.
Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Yeah.
Hello, sir. Can you hear me?
Hello?
Mr.
Hello,
Muwa,
sir.
can you hear me? Baba,
Yes.
Baba,
Can I just make a speak? Okay.
Mumbosa. Baba, Mumbosa.
Okay.
Might is around, see, might is around. Yeah, we should do. For the GoFundMe and the Access Bank, we want to appreciate you for that one. This year, apart from the QH radio and other ones, is the Access Bank responsible for all other media tour this year?
Yes. The what's it called? Assets. The since Baba has been going for all the media Baba has been going for now.
Okay.
No, because money has been exhausted in both Access and the Wema.
Okay.
And then for me as a person, I've been telling Baba that the money remaining in GoFundMe, what they say we should use it for is what I'm going to use it for, which is DNA. And then if you look at my analysis, you discover that what that money is meant for is for autopsy and toxicology, the legal payment. So you will not see anything in the that they did not say we should use the money for GoFundMe for. We did not understand. So some people have been coming up to help Baba in the regard of the latest media tour that you see Baba doing.
Okay. Thank you so much, Mr. Muiwa, for that one. Ladies and gentlemen, you might be wondering why the question was asked. And when Mr. Muiwa said some people have been coming up, we need to credit that to the critical thinkers who were one of those, the team that went ahead to be part of the media tour about embarked on that you have actually been seeing. Very soon, Baba is going to come up and say one or two things. Thank you so much for standing by and taking note of everything and from the GoFundMe and the Access Bank. Mr. Muiwa, want to say a big thank you. You stay with us for some couple of seconds while Baba will address us. Baba, sir, over to you, Daddy. Over to you, sir.
Yeah. Firstly, I really appreciate my brother, because now I can see the difference of be an educated someone or an illiterate, because I saw the way he narrates everything, and most of the things that I even forgot, I was recollect by hearing, by listening to what he was narrate, because I was not really feeling comfortable how to explain. So by seeing him by my side and the way he narrates everything, I was pleased now, because a lot of money that has been spending, I don't know how I can even explain it, but I used to let him know this is where I go. I could remember when it carried me to Alagbon. Then I was spending on 2 lawyers, but he didn't mention that. But all those things was.
Baba,
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You buy my worry.
Yes, sir. Yorùbá. Nígbà tí mo lọ sí Alagbon, owó tí a ná lọ́yà méjì different kíní ni mo mú lọ. Tó yẹ pé ẹlòmíì maybe by mistake ó lè fẹ́ fún yàn kan lówó tó yẹ pé no access náà ló máa padà bọ́ sí, a tún máa padà fún ẹni yẹn torí èmi kọ́. So mo kàn really appreciate wọn torí pé most of those things èmi kàn kọ́ sórí ni, but gbogbo ẹ̀ náà ló ti wà documented táwọn dẹ̀ ti carry. So I'm using this opportunity to just appreciate him concerning all what he did, because mo jẹ́ nǹkan tó yẹ pé tí n bá fẹ́ kí wọ́n ràn mí lọ́wọ́ mo gbọ́dọ̀ gbé apá sókè. Being saint Nigeria, kò sí nǹkan tí mo fẹ́ ná, I have to call him, he will be the one to instruct me. And likewise during the time tí a yá owó, he explained everything, and níjọ́ tó fẹ́ lọ yọ owó, you have to call me also. So mo ń fi àkókò yìí sọ fún gbogbo àwọn tí wọ́n fẹ́ gbọ́ nípa accountability, irú èèyàn tí mo jẹ́ and tí mo lè wá lẹ́ni support mi, mo inú mi dùn láti jẹ́ kí gbogbo èèyàn mọ̀ pé bí gbogbo everything bó ṣe rí nìyẹn. So mo dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ gbogbo àwọn tí wọ́n ràn mí lọ́wọ́ lórí ọ̀rọ̀ justice for Mohbad. Kò síbi tí mo ti fẹ́ rí owó láì ṣe pé àwọn èèyàn náà dìde sí mi. So ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ìrànlọ́wọ́ mo tún rí lẹ́yìn GoFundMe and àwọn tó donate, ṣé àwọn tó raṣọ fún mo fẹ́ sọ, àbí àwọn tó wò pé ó yẹ kí bàbá yẹn kọ́ kó repo sí mọ́tò, and obìnrin tó ra gate sí orí ilẹ̀ tí a sì Mohbad sí, he did a lot. Yìnyín kẹ́ni ṣe mí, gbogbo èèyàn ni mo dúpẹ́ fún. Woman yẹn náà ló tún ṣéǹjì táyà mi lọ pé irú yẹn ò tiẹ̀ wọnú anything, ó kàn ṣéǹjì táyà yẹn pé kí lè máa rí lò. So a lot of people mo appreciate. Mi ò lè máa dárúkọ wọn, gan tí bá dárúkọ ó lè bring a lot of things nínú ẹbí wọn. because most of àwọn ẹbí náà náà retí wọn kán wá gbọ́ pé bàbá Mohbad ni mo fún lówó, so those are the things tí ò jẹ́ kí n lè máa mention orúkọ wọn. Mo appreciate gbogbo ènìyàn pátápátá, àwọn tí wọ́n náwó sí mi, àwọn tó sì máa ṣe, so mo really appreciate wọn. Mo dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ yín gan. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Daddy. Thank you for that wonderful one. We also appreciate you for not giving up. We want to say thank you for not giving up. And every other person in the comment section, everybody, we want to say big thank you to you. To all of the hosts, we say thank you so much. To all the journey hosts, remember the message of Baba Mohbad to everybody this evening is that even though Jesus did not stay long on the surface of the earth, he was still able to make impact. Even though Mohbad did not stay long on the face of the earth, he was still able to make impact. He now asks the question, what is your own impact in this justice for Mohbad? At the end of the day, what is it that is going to be said about you concerning this justice for Mohbad? I want to say a big thank you to everybody that has been standing genuinely for the cause of justice for Mohbad. From day one up to now, you've been supporting financially, morally, in the place of prayer. Thank you so much. Once again, Mr. Muiwa, we want to say a big thank you for the clarification and for the good explanation that you gave concerning the GoFundMe and the Access Bank. We want to say a big thank you for your effort in this justice for Mohbad. We appreciate you, and once again, thank you, and thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, this is where we're going to be ending the live right now. Thank you so much, everybody. I know you all have 1 or 2 questions to ask. That's going to be for another day, discussed on different platforms that you go to. Thank you so much, all figures giving. Yes, sir.
Fish.
Yes, sir.
Fish.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. Let me keep about to share general appreciation of see.
Welcome to people.
Let me use this opportunity to tell the whole world and then the people who are fighting for justice for Mohbad that by the grace of God, we are near the promised land. The people who have the fear. For me, I believe one thing. By the time they read the results of autopsy and toxicology, no matter what, something will surely come out. I have that belief. I have that belief. And then I want the whole world to have the belief that something will come out of that result. And then for all the people who have been supporting the family, who wants justice, God in infinity mercy will not depart from you.
Amen.
You know yourself, you know what you are doing, both male and female. God will reward each one of us according to our handwork. Thank you, Baba. Ẹ ṣé kò kárí, ẹ dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ gbogbo àwọn tó ń dáwó, ẹ dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ gbogbo àwọn tó yẹ pé wọ́n lọ sí pláfọ́ọ̀mù kọ̀ọ̀kan. Wọ́n lè má wà pẹ̀lú yín mọ́ sí o, wọ́n lè ṣe wà pẹ̀lú yín, ṣùgbọ́n ẹ dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ wọn. At one point in time, wọ́n ti ṣoore fún yín, ṣó yẹ yín sìn. So that is it.
Thank you, Mr. Muiwa, for that one. Really appreciate you. Yes, sir. Over to you, sir.
Yeah, mo fi àkókò ìdúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ gbogbo àwọn tí wọ́n ṣe mí láàánú lórí ọ̀rọ̀ kú Mohbad pé ayọ̀ náà máa fi gbà á o. Ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ti ṣiṣẹ́ gan but bóyá àìgbọ́ra ẹni yé ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ wá rí pé wọn ò tiẹ̀ kà ń sí kì í ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀. So mo ń fi àkókò yìí sọ fún ọ pé ẹ jọ̀ọ́ ẹ jẹ́ kí a jọ unite nípa bí a ṣe ń wá justice. And mo tún fi àkókò yìí sọ fún yín pé èmi o gẹ́gẹ́ bí baba Mohbad mi ò ní dójú ti gbogbo àwọn tó ń support mi torí èní kọ́ torí ọ̀la gbogbo tí a bá ṣe lénìí ó máa padà di ìtàn ni o. So ní àkókò yìí mo rọ̀ àwọn tí wọ́n ti ṣe tí wọ́n ń bínú kó má bínú. Mo dẹ̀ rọ̀ àwọn tó jẹ́ pé wọ́n ń wò pé bóyá mo fẹ́ ṣe ká tiẹ̀ wo kí ni result ohun tí wọ́n ti ṣe. So òun náà ni ẹ ti rí ẹ jọ̀ọ́ mo tún rọ̀ yín lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí gbogbo platform láti unite láti pé kí a lè rí justice. So ká ní pé kan tí mo lè dá ṣe ni mi ò ní wá síta láti wá ṣàlàyé fún wa ètò pé mi ò lè dá ṣe náà ni mo fi ń ṣàlàyé fún yín pé yínníyínní kẹ́ni ṣèbí ibi tí ẹ ṣe dé mo dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ yín o àtọkùnrin àtọmọdé àtàgbàlagbà mo dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ yín. So gbogbo àwọn tó dẹ̀ ń bínú ọlọ́run kó rọ̀ wọ́n lọ́kàn, gbogbo ibi tí ẹ ti ń ṣiṣẹ́ kò ní dàrú mọ́ yín lọ́wọ́. Àdúrà mi fún yín nìyẹn, ayọ̀ lè máa fi gbà. Ẹ ṣé gbogbo. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Well, thank you so much, Daddy, for that wonderful one. Thank you for appreciating those who have been part of the Justice for Mohbad, those who have one or two things in their mind. Thank you for also praying for them. And at this junction, once again, I would like to appreciate everybody standing genuinely for the cause of justice for Mohbad. The details, as explained earlier, will be. I think it will be provided for the host that contacts or that will contact them for the sake of their audiences. And that will continue. Thank you so much, everybody. There won't be any question. We're not going to be bringing anybody up. Mayowa, you can shut down the live right now. Thank you so much, everybody.
No, I would like to play music to round up.
Oh, okay, no problem. Mayowa, please play some music for us. No, play some music for us, Mayowa. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, please, no question. All questions should be discussed on different platforms. Thank you so much. Mayowa, over to you. Play some music for us.